Good day, everyone. Today we will tackle about one of the most influential third-generation Filipino architect. He is architect Francisco Bobby Mañosa. Architect Francisco T. Mañosa was born in Manila. He spent his childhood in Calle Escaraga, now CM Recto Avenue. He is a Bachelor of Science in Architecture graduate in University of Santo Tomas in 1953 and founded an architectural firm together with his brothers Jose and Manuel Mañosa. He established his own firm in 1976 called Francisco Mañosa and Partners and put into realization his vision of Philippine architecture inspired by Bahay Kubo and Bahay na Bato. Mañosa died on 20th of February 2019 due to prostate cancer. He was 88, and his remains was laid to rest at the libingan ng mga bayani in Taguig. Mañosa as an architect. He once said that architecture must be true to itself, its land, and its people. His influences evolved from varied influences from Japanese to Bahay na Bato. Architect Mañosa learned and inspired all of his designs by staying in Japan in a year. Japanese architecture always has a consistent design, and he wanted to reflect the same consistency on his style, which is the Philippine neo-vernacular architecture. He used indigenous materials and new technologies for the structure to use in modern context. He also drew his inspiration from Bahay Kubo and Bahay na Bato, finding their design eminently suited to the harsh summers and tropical weather of the Philippines. He believed that their design elements reflected the Filipino values of close family ties and community spirit. He was also inspired by the organic architecture, famous architecture Frank Lloyd Wright, because it was believed to have a harmonious effect on the environment. Three factors make an authentic Filipino architecture: Filipino values, Philippine climate, and the use of indigenous materials. We will tackle now about his profile. He was once the most influential architect of the 20th century, the pioneering figure of neo-vernacular architecture. And he is best known for designing Tahanang Filipino, more familiarly known as the Coconut Palace. He is the father of Philippine neo-vernacular architecture and also pioneered the sustainable architecture. One of his most outstanding awards is the National Artist of the Philippines for Architecture in 2018. Philippine neo-vernacular architecture. Bobby Mañosa was known for some of today's iconic landmarks and immortalizing Bahay Kubo-inspired architectural style and aesthetics in modern architecture. He realized this style in a large scale through the San Miguel Corporation, which he designed along with brothers Manuel and Jose. This was inspired by the unique stepped and terrace design of the Banawe rice terraces. The lush greenery spilling from the building's facade was landscaped by national artist architect Ildefonso Santos Jr. The EDSA Shrine is a symbol for the nation's love of freedom. It is officially called Shrine of Mary, Queen of Peace, Our Lady of EDSA. This unseated the Presidents Ferdinand Marcos and Joseph Estrada. This also houses 14 Stations of the Cross by national artist Napoleon Abueva, the Risen Christ of Ramon Orlina, and many others. Here is the preliminary design of the EDSA Shrine, but was objected because one of the influential member of the committee objected to the design, preferring a Spanish colonial design for EDSA Shrine. Coconut Palace, hailed as one of his most iconic works. An entire palace made of coconut wood and trees byproducts. Office of the Vice President located at the CCP complex in Manila. Thank you. That is all.